Am I ready to do this? You ready to do this? Am I doing this? Usually helps when I'm like a little manic. I'm not there. I might get there. I might force myself into it through the anxiety that is trying to make and create things for people to ingest when nobody fucking knows who I am. It's very hard, but you know what they say, man. Fucking life is a waterfall. You suck on the penis and you turn around, suck on the balls. Beat it the wheel, fucking fucking swimming through your face and feel the squirt. You suck the dick and then you suck the ball. Welcome to the dysfunction. Welcome to Dissecting the Deep. That's right, it's me, your boy, Johnny Cane Santos, on the mic, here to bring you some fucking bullshit yet again. And if you watch the video, I don't know why I'm even saying that, because no one's fucking, maybe one person is, but if you watch the video on YouTube, you'll notice it looks like shit, because I couldn't figure out how to get my camera to work and its webcam. But whatever, you know, we're fucking here and we're doing it. We got this time to do this, and we're doing it. So what are we going to talk about this week? Who knows? Didn't prepare. No, I didn't fucking prepare. I told myself I'm going to do this every week no matter what, if I prepare or not, because a lot of my favorite podcasts, they're like, oh, we didn't even prepare anything, and then it's the best podcast ever. But you know what? That's bullshit. They're lying because they think they're cool. You got to prepare. This is going to suck. It's going to be bad. I promise you. Either that or I'm better when I didn't prepare last time or the time before that. So am I better when I don't prepare? The first episode's the only one that I ever prepared for. But I got things I could talk about. I got a million notes in my phone about bullshit and stupid things. I was thinking the other day about, like, you guys ever see fucking, I don't even know what you would call this, and I'm probably going to do something, I'm going to say something wrong, and it's about a different culture, and who knows, maybe I get canceled episode 5. But, yeah, Japanese movies, action movies that are like action comedies. It's like this B-movie type of thing that we would have. I would almost compare it to like our version, our fucking Bandcamp movies and shit. Like those shitty comedies that are just like garbage, but they're fun to watch for the most part. Well, in Japan, they have action movies mixed with garbage comedy and way more over-the-top, crazy things going on. And I don't know why we don't have it, because it's fucking tight. I remember this movie, Karate Robo ZABORGER, and I'm probably not saying that right, but who cares? It's like a funny movie anyways. The movie's literally about a fucking guy. The dude is like 50, first of all. He looks like he's 50 years old. It's this Asian guy, Japanese probably, because that's where the movie's from, and he's in this suit like a fucking, he looks like Speed Racer, and then he pilots a robot, and the robot looks like Ultraman or some shit. I don't know if you know what that is. Just a Japanese robot, not a Gundam, more old school, traditional, I guess. And he's just fighting robots and shit. Like fighting evil robots. There's an evil scientist to make robots, and he's fighting these robots. And most of these robots are like people painted fucking silver and black and whatever else with like antennas coming out of their head. And they look ridiculous, and it's crazy. And the funniest part, honestly, the funniest part to me, I don't know why. I don't know if this is fucked up. For reference, I'm 5'6", I'm not very tall at all, but like this guy's gotta be like the same height as me, and they made the robot like the same height as him. Sometimes the robot is bigger than him too, but there's shots of them side by side, and it's obviously just another small guy in a suit and him, and he's like, yeah, and they can cross their arms and they're all cool. Sorry, bumped the mic. And it's fucking crazy. It's like, why would they make the robot the size of a short man? That just makes zero sense. And they fight, you know, monsters or whatever else, and it's all wacky, and there's like these evil ladies and their tits are snakes and shit. And it's just whack, crazy shit like that. Like, there's fucking weird things coming out of people's tits. A lot of tit stuff. I don't know what's up with that. There's a lot of tits, titicles, and whatever else. There's a lot of ladies with their tits and their tit shoot things. And so there's a lot of tits, which is cool, and it's funny. And it's, you know, who doesn't like tits? But, it's a crazy movie. And the plot is like, I don't know, his dad died, and his dad was like the guy who pilots I don't even know if he pilots it. He just kind of stands away from it while it fights, and then he helps sometimes, and he has a motorcycle. But he's fucking, you know, his dad died, and I guess his dad was a secret scientist, whatever that is, and he made robots and shit, maybe for the military or something, because it was secret. And I don't know if he knew or if he figures it out. It's hard to follow. I also watched this like years ago, and I just thought about it the other day because I was trying to think of another movie. But, you know, his dad died, and he's like, he inherits this robot, and he's just like, I'm going to go out and do shit with this robot. And he's fucking 50. Like, the guy looks like he's 50. It's just, that's wild to me. I don't know why that's wild to me. But, and then the movie, I'm just gonna tell you, like, there's no way I could spoil this movie. That's how fucking crazy it is. So I'll just tell you what happens. Dude's dad died, gets a robot, goes, fights evil. There's an evil robot that's like a sexy lady, and he's like, oh my god, she's great. And they fall in love. Makes no sense. This guy is dating a robot now, and the robot that he pilots, I don't even know what the fuck that thing's doing, but they're in like a hut now. They live in a society, but they're in like a hut or something, and they love each other. And he's like not doing as good as he was when he was fighting evil robots, but he still has a job. He's a chauffeur. He's a chauffeur for the fucking, like, a bad Japanese government or some shit, just a foreign government. Fucking, I don't know what they say he is, but he's just like downtrodden, like, oh no, I do this now. And it's like, I don't, how did it get there? I don't know. But I think at the end of the movie, he like gets a call, and they're like, you want to be good again and fight evil? And he's like, yes, of course. And it's like, but that's not really a good ending. It's not like a happy ending. It's a good ending. I enjoyed it, but I don't know, it's just strange. Even though it is, from what I've looked at online, like described as like kind of a B movie or a stupid movie, I just, the profoundness in the absurdity that is, I guess, Japanese absurdity versus what we have here is fucking crazy. It's way more interesting than any fucking shitty comedy movie that we've made. I would mostly compare it, I guess, to like our horror movies that are B movies. Those are tight. A lot of them are, at least, and that's fun. But the crazy wild shit that goes on. I saw this other movie called Mutant Girl Squad, and it's about this girl who's like, I don't know, she doesn't fit in or whatever, and people think she's weird, and then her parents start to mutate one day, and then they die or some shit, and they tell her that she's a mutant, and she's like, okay, and then she's fucking fighting with mutants, and it's crazy. And I swear, like, there's probably way more context in the movie, but you won't feel any different than I do after watching it, because you'll just be busy with the visuals. There's all these girls, and they all have weird mutations, or they don't really. They just have like weapons in strange places. That's the thing. That's the theme I've seen with all these movies. Women with weapons in strange places. I don't know if it's like a fetish thing or if it's just funny, but they're usually kind of hot, and they're like fucking dressed scantily, and they got a chainsaw coming out of where their pussy would be. That's not me being crass or whatever. Like, I got some pictures so that I could describe the, because I do plan a tiny bit sometimes, but I probably won't find these. But let's see. All right. Oh, okay. At least they stick out like a sore thumb in my fucking library. So what do we got here? We got this guy. This guy's a robot. I don't know which movie he's from. He's got antennas. He's painted silver. And he's holding a big black fucking bomb thing with other bombs on it. Then there's these girls. Oh yeah, in Mutant Girl Squad, they like do their training. So they all have a cabbage between their legs. I don't know if that's some kind of joke from a Japanese joke or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Maybe it's just a way to exercise. I'm not familiar with exercise. But, yeah, so one girl is fucking, she has like a helm on, like a knight's helm. I don't know if you can make that out. Oh, you can kind of see it. So if you're on the video, you can see. It's grainy, but that's the picture anyways. So she got a knight's helm. The other girl is just a fucking regular girl. It looks like I don't get that one. And there's another girl that's just kind of dressed weird. And then the cream, this is the cherry on top. She's like, she must be the leader. She's got sword tits. See? Shit's wild. Shit's rad. So you got sword tits McGee over here. We got fucking this girl. She got a head, spaghetti head or whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I love this girl. I don't know what the joke is, but it's awesome. Her shirt, it says "I love Texas," and she's a cheerleader. I think her mutation is that she's American. I don't know if they're like shitting on us, but that's tight. I love that. And a chainsaw comes out her ass. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to. Yeah. See that? Chainsaw? Fred Durst would be proud. And Fred Durst is a smart man. You know? You could shit on him all you want, but like his Instagram is all station wagons. And he made millions and millions of dollars saying, "I'm like a chainsaw. I skin your ass raw." Like, yeah, it's stupid as fuck. And I don't respect anything he's ever created. And don't come at me with, "Oh, this Limp Bizkit album's good. You know, they're talented. The guitar player is fucking stupid too." But I respect and honor what they've done because they just did some silly bullshit and a bunch of people thought it was cool because they're stupid and they made a bunch of money. That's fucking awesome. That's great. And yeah, maybe that sounds a little condescending to Limp Bizkit fans, but I'm a Slipknot fan. So I know exactly what it feels like. There are these guys, these dumbasses with fucking masks on, and there's 9 of them. There only needs to be 4. There only needs to be 4 people in Slipknot. But here I am when I was 12 to like 16 with like 7 Slipknot shirts, every fucking CD, every DVD, just in it. Loved it. Slipknot fucking ruled. And honestly, still rule. Iowa, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you have me on Facebook, you've seen me post this. But Slipknot's sophomore effort, Iowa, is the heaviest record of all time. Okay? So, if I offended you by saying Limp Bizkit sucks and there are no redeeming qualities to their music, just remember that I think that. So, my opinion doesn't matter. Because I know that's silly. I know it's fucking silly to love Slipknot. And I do. Ooh. I don't want a tribal tattoo, ever. But the S. Goddamn. Why do I think that's cool? What is wrong with me? God, sometimes I hate the ratio of how white I am to like everything else or whatever. Like obviously my race is white, but like the way I think about things, god damn, like sometimes that white really overpowers you, like that gene in you. You know, if you're a white guy, if you're like me and you're a white guy, sometimes like, you know, if you ever have to dress up for something and you're going to like a wedding or something, you're wearing like a suit, you're like, oh man, this feels kind of good. Maybe I should fucking start a business and destroy a bunch of smaller ones. But you don't do that. But you might think that a little bit. You might want to try. And you might, there's all kinds of things. There's all kinds of shit that I feel weird about. Like sometimes I see a truck and I'm like, oh, am I a truck guy? I'm not a truck guy, but maybe Tacoma. They're smaller. Little Toyota Tacoma. I saw a Toyota Tacoma. There's one in my neighborhood, and it's gray with like all the trim and shit, or I don't know what the fuck. I don't know anything about cars. It's gray, and then everything else is black. And I was just like, ooh, like that. And I felt bad about it, but I do. I like it. I thought it was cool. I drive a Toyota. No, I don't. See how much I know about cars? Nah, but I drive a Honda CRV, a 2006 Honda CRV, and it's gray and it's dark gray and it's pretty nice, and it only had one owner before me and they took very good care of it. I drive around in that thing. I go to Wendy's, I go wherever. I go to Popeyes. I'll take the drive. I'll take the 20-minute drive to Popeyes. Yeah, oh, it's fast food. It's just fast food. You know how good it is? You know how good that fucking sandwich is? You know how overhyped that sandwich was? Because I don't. I think it was underhyped. I think that's the best fucking chicken sandwich there is. It's crazy. It's crazy how good it is. Should I preface that with I have a garbage palate and the best place I've ever been to is probably like a cheesecake factory? Maybe. But I'm trash. And I'm white trash and I don't have any money. So, you know, if you're in that same boat, trust me. The spicy, and it's the spicy one. People talk about the regular one. Oh, you're not that. Yeah, because you're a bitch. Why are you getting the regular one? What the fuck? Who are you? What is wrong with you? Where did somebody go wrong with you that you would get the plain ass normal one? Are you a normie? You know, like a little bit of fucking spice? It's not even hot. Don't be a bitch. Get the spicy one. It's the best chicken sandwich you've ever fucking had. As long as you're within my means of money and stuff. Like if you're just like you can cook, and I guess there's a lot of things to take into account. You probably could have had a better chicken sandwich than me, but if you suck at everything and you have like $10 sometimes, it's the best sandwich. It is. I would say it's the best sandwich. Take the chicken part out. In general, best sandwich. The bread's good. The sauce is good. The chicken is crispy. Is big. It's $4. That's tight. That's fucking tight. I love it. I could eat 2 of them and then feel gross and poop weird. But, you know, whatever. Live your life. I'm 240 pounds, dude. You think you think it's going away anytime soon? I can't even leave the house. We can't leave that. What are we going to do? Fucking exercise in our fucking spare room. Ooh, you have a spare room? Oh, you made a little fucking gymnasium? I see a lot of people doing that on Facebook. I'm like, good for you. All right, like, and they're with people. If you have your fucking partner, like I got Liz. I've been with Liz for 4 years. I'm done. This doesn't matter. I don't have to look like anything. I'll get fatter. I swear I'll get fatter. I don't care. The fuck? Who am I looking to impress? There's a girl. She fucks me and she loves me. Done caring about what I look like. Health? Why? Want to live to be 90? Shit sucks. Have you seen the president? Have you seen the next one? I don't know. Is he technically the president now? I don't know anything about politics. This ain't getting political. I'm just saying Trump and Biden both look like shit, you know? Trump looks like a weird fucking, like, a strange mutation of a monkey. The orange one's the orangutan, and it's just, like, fat, and it's like, how did that happen? What is wrong with that monkey? And then my mom goes, no, that's the president. I'm like, oh, okay, and I go back to playing Xbox. And Biden looks like you take a skeleton, and, like, his skin kind of looks like pepper jack cheese. I almost feel like if you took like a bunch of slices of pepper jack cheese and laid them over a skeleton and then went over it with like a torch to melt the cheese, that's what Joe Biden looks like. That's exactly what he looks like. He looks like shit. Looks terrible. I don't want to live to be that old. Whatever they do, I think his son died. Rip son, sorry. Hope you're doing good and whatever. I don't fucking, there's no afterlife, so he's just dead. That's sad. Son died. But like, I don't know these people. I don't care. Who cares? Right? Who cares 2020? Fuck yeah. In all seriousness, I voted for Biden. If you voted for Trump, you're a piece of shit. You piece of shit. You're probably a piece of shit. Just being honest with you. I may not know much, but I know people who know much. And, you know, it turns out that black people should be treated like everyone else, you know? And maybe when they aren't, the president should do a little more about it and not tell the Proud Boys to stand by. And if you have a problem with that, oh my god, go to town in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I just won't look. I'll like it. I'll fucking like it. I'll read the whole thing, process it, like it, and never fucking look at it again. That's how I do it, man. That's how I fucking do things, dude. That's how we get things going, dude. You want change? Change your fucking diaper, baby. That wasn't funny. That wasn't good. But yeah, whatever. Who cares about that stuff, right? Let's talk about fun stuff. What's fun? I just thought high school. High school wasn't fun. High school was terrible. Oh, maybe I should talk. I'm going to talk about high school because I don't want to, like, I want to be able to, if this podcast ever gets any traction, if people are like, what were you like when you were a kid? I want to be able to go back a bunch of episodes. I'm not talking about that now. Now the podcast is good. Go to episode 5 where I talked about it. It sucked. But, yeah, it sucked. I got some funny stories, I think. I don't know, dude. I was weird. I was a weird kid. Yeah, my birthday, my 14th birthday, I think. Yeah, that was right before high school. I got a guitar, which was awesome. My mom, I always wanted a drum set, and my mom was like, we don't live somewhere where you could have one of those. So, and the electronic ones were very expensive when I was in high school. They're cheaper now. I actually have one, but who cares? I play guitar. It's way cooler. So thanks, Mom. So basically what I'm getting at, she bought me a guitar because I wanted a drum set. She was like, you want a guitar? You could do that. You get an electric guitar. It's not that loud. You could put headphones on, have an amp. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I got one. And she actually got me a really nice one. Like, especially for her first guitar. I think she felt bad. I always wanted a drum set. Probably since I was 10 and I was 14. She's like, fuck, I want to. So she did the payment plan. She got me an Ibanez RG. It's like $500. That's, yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I definitely have guitars that are like $1,000. And there are people with guitars that are guitars. There are people with guitars that are $4,000 and up. But 500, that's a lot. Especially nowadays, you can get a good guitar for $300. But this is probably boring. I'm going to wrap this up. 200 is usually a starter guitar, I think, like a Squire. At 500 is like twice that. Really awesome. Love my mom. She did the payment plan. Thank you. Love that guitar. Still have it. Won't ever sell it because, you know, nicest gift anyone ever got me. Got into music. Started high school, found other people. Like, I did band because some guy was walking around when I was 10 in fucking 5th grade, and he's like, you guys want to be in the band? And he looked creepy, but he was like, you can hit a drum. And I was like, that sounds cool as fuck. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and never got good at it. Never. I swear to you. I played drums from, I don't even, can I count now? I guess I still have a drum set, but no. Probably, let's say 10 to 17, I played drums on a regular basis. Not drum kit necessarily, but snare and bass and all this shit that you do in high school and middle school. Never got good at it. Never. I did marching band with all these little fucking nerds who were like into drum corps and like playing snare drums and being in the band and doing the marching band, and they were like, you gotta practice. And I was like, dude, this is fucking fun. Like, this is an extracurricular. What are you talking about? We're gonna go fucking win the contest? You're a dork. You're gonna go win the marching band contest, you fucking dork? Are you serious? Can we just have fun and play with drums? Oh my god. And I would try out on like the thing that I wasn't good at. And one year I got it. And then everybody was like, oh, he's holding us back. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck. And I was friends with those people anyway. So they didn't care that much, but it definitely annoyed them. I'm sure now they just look back at that like, why did I take that seriously? I should have been trying to have sex with people. I think that's what everybody takes away from high school. Why did I take that seriously? I should have been trying to have sex with people. No matter what you did in high school, you either think that or you have a kid now. So maybe we're both wrong, you know, because I'm 27. I'm still figuring it out. I'm a late bloomer, you know. I'm still figuring it out. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong or what I should be doing right. I just continue, you know. I'm just going to continue. Do I hate my life? Do I hate everything that's led me to this point? And do I feel unfulfilled and like I have not done nearly enough? Absolutely. What am I going to do? Am I going to go drive my car into something? No, because then nothing will happen. Might as well see what happens next, you know? I'm the kind of guy, you could have me fucking taped up to a wall with needles in my eyes, and you're hitting me in the balls with the rope, and you're like, and you're this crazy serial killer, and I wouldn't ask you to kill me. I'd be like, might as well see what happens next. So, show that to kids. Suicide awareness. Don't do it. Might as well see what happens next. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, high school was wild. Not really. It sucked. But what do I have? Do I have cool stories? I mean, I had a band. That was fun. We went out and played shows. You know, this doesn't have to do with being in high school. All the best memories of high school, I just start to think about things I did outside of high school with my friends from high school, because I'm not friends with them anymore, really. Aside from, like, Casey's my best friend, and I did meet him there, but, you know, that's just the one guy. For me, I didn't realize I could pick who my friends were. I was just like, I'm a fat asshole and nobody's gonna like me. And then the kids who did like me, I was like, these are my friends now. This one's racist, but whatever. So yeah, not friends with that guy anymore. But he definitely kind of, you know, there's things you could joke about things, but then it gets to a point and you're like, I don't know. Do you not like those people? And he was just like, no. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was a kid. I stopped hanging out with him immediately. But he was rich, and he let us do stuff in his fucking basement or whatever. And that was cool. Had a band. Not rich, but like, he had quads and shit. Got to ride his quads. It was fucking tight. You wouldn't hang out with a kid who had skewed views that you weren't really that cool with to go ride his quads. I mean, when you're 15, you would. I bet you would. But yeah, I won't name names. He probably has changed. I'd hope he's like a better adult or whatever, and maybe he's a good guy. I don't know anything about him. But yeah, that was one of my friends I had. And then Casey was my best friend. The teachers. Let's talk about teachers. Fucking this one teacher. Oh man, should I say this? I don't know. Yeah, why not? Who cares? I had a teacher, and she would always just be really handsy with me, and she would just, like, you know, touch my neck and just rub my back a little too much, and the other kids noticed that she didn't really do it to any of the other kids, and that was weird. But one day, she was in my face, like, saying, how's my guy, or whatever the fuck. I was kind of like her pet to a degree, and I'm a dumb kid, so if a teacher takes a shining to me, I'm just like, yeah, give me the grade. I want to just sit here and get done with it and not have to do it again. But, so one day, she's real close. She's saying whatever, saying hi. Real, like, she's like slouched down. Her head's right here. I'm at my desk, and she's like, just smells like coffee. Like she was drinking a coffee, and I was like, your breath smells like coffee. Get away from me, like jokingly, like. And she laughed, and then that day, this is to some people this isn't funny at all, and I understand that, and I'm sorry. And but that day, everybody left the classroom, and then she went, oh, you don't like how my breath smells? And she like grabbed me, put her whole body like up against me in like a hug kind of, but more to get her face right near my face. And she went, like jokingly, just, right? But she was like, and I was a kid, I didn't know anything. Everybody was like, yo, that teacher wants to fuck you, which is weird. And she did that, and man, was I scarred. I was so scarred. I think I went right home, and the first thing I did was masturbate. But anyways, yeah, that's how that went. I'd never put together that she would potentially do something illegal with a child, but I guess it might have been possible. I don't know. You know, could be misremembering. I was for as insecure as I was, I think you look back at yourself as a child and you're like, you kind of fucking thought a lot of yourself, like, even though you're insecure and thought you were way fatter than you were. I'm way fatter than I was in high school, and I'm not even crazy fat. I'm just like you see, that guy's fat. But in high school, I was like a little bit chubby, not even as chubby as like a Seth Rogen type, but I just viewed myself as fat because I was fat as a kid. I guess I had like real, like, I don't know, body issues, like insecurity. I don't know what you call it. But yeah. And one time this kid called me fat too, and he was just like, whatever, fatty, you fucking fat piece of shit. Like, that was his thing. He would always joke about that. And it wasn't even, that sounds like he was saying it in return to something that I said, but he would just kind of say things that weren't funny, trying to make people laugh, not doing it necessarily, I don't think, to hurt me, but just because it made someone laugh one time, and he's probably not the funniest kid, so he was like, alright, I found my lane, I can make people laugh. And he's kind of fucked up looking, he had a lot of acne, and he called me fat, and one day I was just like, well, fuck it, and I unloaded. I was like, well, at least I don't look like fucking Freddy Krueger, dude. Your face is fucked up. Because he had so many zits. Oh, man. That kid was so fucking mad. And he just kept getting madder. Because everybody, like this girl next to me, I don't even know who she was, but she did one of those, like laughs. Like, wanted to hold it so bad and just started laughing. And I don't know. I guess that felt good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, definitely it was fun. It was funny, I guess. It's fucked up, but I mean, he fucking started it. Fuck him. That's what I say. And high school, what else we got? I did Portuguese class. That was fucking bullshit. We didn't learn shit. I should have tried, because that's like the language that my grandparents speak or whatever. I honestly should have just took Spanish, because people speak Spanish everywhere, and I should have learned it and, been bilingual and a smart person. But no, I was in Portuguese with this big fucking Cape Verdean guy, Mr. D. Cavallo. Cape Verdean, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're black. Their skin is black, but they're Portuguese. It's a different kind of Portuguese, which is crazy to me. I've never really looked into it, but yeah, there's Portuguese is a race of people, because I'm Portuguese, and there are Portuguese people with dark skin and light skin. Crazy. But they're different they're like on a different island, I guess. I don't know. It's probably some fucked up reason that they're fucking Portuguese. Probably some like stolen land bullshit, I'm guessing. But he was tight. He was really fun, and he always had these things that he had to say that didn't have to do with the lesson. He would talk about like gifts. It's like, I buy you a gift. Why would I buy someone a gift for Christmas? And he had this thick accent, and it was awesome. He's like, well, I buy you a gift for Christmas. I buy you a gift because I like you. No day tell me to buy gifts. And he hated the idea that holidays were when you were supposed to buy, like you had an obligation to buy things. He wanted to just fuck them all. I'll just buy you something if I like you and want to buy you something. And I hated that. I was like, yeah, like in my head and I still am like, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck that. Fuck holidays, dude. So stupid. Such an obligation, and mostly to your family, I feel like. So people with families that are close, it might be a nice time of year, but if you're not close with your family and you don't even want to do it, it's like, oh, everybody's going to think I'm an asshole if I don't. But I mean, you have to have people in your family that you respect to care about that, I think, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care about any. People are like, blood is thicker than water. I'm like, I just think you don't have a personality and never found cooler people than your family. I don't get it. Personally, don't get it. I don't care. I didn't like my dad. My mom's cool in like a fucking friend way almost. Like, that sounds fucked up, but like, family's a weird thing. I respect and love my mom for everything she did for me, and she cared for me as a child. And my brother, who I lived with, I have a half brother. I don't see him that way because we lived together most of our life. That's my family. I'd do anything for those two. Everyone else is just kind of there, and I don't care. I don't get why we have to, you know. I've kind of stopped, low-key stopped. And if anyone notices and they're like, you're a dick, why don't you talk to us? I'll be like, oh, hey, what's up? Been busy. You know, I'm unemployed, pandemic. Well, that's a cool thing. I don't want to say there's a cool thing about the pandemic, but I mean, you don't have to see people, you know. If you're like me, that's a positive. And if you're not, you're like, fuck, I miss all my people, which I'm sorry for. That sucks. This all sucks, you know. I hope that if you are listening to this, that you're having a little laugh and it's, you know, keeping you sane during these times. Me doing this is basically a thing to keep myself sane, you know. I've always wanted to, and I just thought, it's a weird thing, but start a YouTube, get a following, and then do a podcast. But I want to do stand-up, and I think that the more I speak and the more I flush things out, that the better I'll be off. And especially right now, if you've ever thought, oh, I want to do stand-up comedy, and you right now you're like, fuck, I can't. I absolutely can't. I'd say start a podcast just to start drilling ideas out, you know? And it's fun. I've been having fun. I haven't even really been planning these things, and you know, I think they've been coming out as good as they could. But yeah, the teacher, man, the teacher, she was cute too. She was really cute. That's fucked up. But you know, I don't think that I'm the fucked up one, because she's the one who would be fucked up if this teacher tried to make advances on me, and she did. She touched me all the time. Inappropriate. I liked it. Am I wrong? I never did anything. Maybe if I made some moves and was like, hey, my parents don't even care about me, I can hang out with you later. They don't care where I am. That's not true. My mom was actually pretty strict about me going places after school. But, yeah, teachers, man. Teachers are that's a crazy breed of people. Especially you look back on it. I think when you're in high school, you look at your teachers not as equals, but more than you did in middle school. You start to think, oh, I'm almost an adult. These people could be in their 20s. That's not crazy different from 16. But the truth is, looking back, and now that I see how people look, like, this might sound stupid, but a lot of these people I might have thought weren't that old were probably like 40. And, you know, if that lady was 40 and I was 16, well, she's a creep. She's a fucking creep. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, oh, it's cool. Like, what if I got some? I mean, I don't know that I would regret it personally, if I'm being real, but I do think that she should get in trouble still. That's the other thing about these. You see people that this actually happens to, the kids, the guys, and they're like, don't regret it. And you see the teacher on the news and she was hot, and guys go, oh man, lucky kid. Bullshit. If the kid thinks he's lucky and he had a good time, great. I'm glad, because I don't want that kid to be scarred. But at the end of the day, the woman is a fucking monster, and the man, I bet it's, I'm saying that because I'm a man and it happened. It didn't happen to me, but I had a little flirtation with a woman. But I'm sure it happens even more to young women, and I'm sure more often than not it's not consensual at all, because that just seems to be how that works. But yeah, yikes. Any adult who's attracted to a child needs some sort of mental rehabilitation, and anyone who does anything about it and like touches kids should probably get some sort of jail time. So, not sticking up for that person at all. But yeah, I had another teacher that I fucking hated, and you have so much like foresight when you're older, and I wish I had known this when I kind of did, but you're scared to say things. But I failed English, right? I failed English freshman year of high school. I failed the fourth quarter. That was it, just the fourth quarter. I really tried with this teacher. I tried to do good and understand things, but she was such a cunt that by the end of the year she hated everyone in the class and just tried to make it as hard as possible to get through the book we were reading. And it was a cool book. We were at Lord of the Flies. And I liked it, and I was paying attention, and, you know, there's no reason why I would have failed that quarter. And I fucking failed. I failed the class. And this teacher, we never, like, fucked with her, but she was like, in the hallways between classes, in a fucking, with her arms crossed, like, make sure the kids get to class, no dilly-dallying in the hallways. And she drank seltzer, which, you know, whatever. I enjoy LaCroix here or there, but she drank plain fucking seltzer every day. I know what you're all thinking now. You're thinking, oh, no wonder she was a crazy cunt. That's insane. But, dude, we did a thing. Me and this kid, we did a thing. Got a plain pack of seltzer, brought it in, put it on her desk, like, before holiday break as, like, a gift. And it was kind of a gag, because we all thought it was weird that she drank that. But it was also, like, you do drink this. We know you drink this brand, and we know you like this kind, this exact, like, it's kind of nice. Like, it's a gift. We'll laugh a little bit, but it's a gift. At the end of the day, it's a thing that you would use, and you could be like, oh, okay, I'll leave this here, and if I forget one day, I'll have some. Like, anyone who was cool would be like, yeah. Especially if you're a fucking full-grown adult, you can understand kids joking around. Honestly, if a kid made fun of a drink that I liked and I was a teacher and then they all brought me some in one day, I would cry. Like, I would be like, wow, I've affected these kids in a way to the point where not only do they have fun and think that something about the class is funny, which is great because I know what it's like to be in class. It's hard to get through the day. Like, hard to fucking pay attention. If I brought them this little bit of joy and they brought me a little gift and we all laughed about it, I'd cry. I'd be like, oh my God, these kids are great. I've reached the children. I'm the best teacher ever. And this bitch got so fucking mad. She was like, oh, you think this is funny? Oh yeah? Fucking, I don't even. And then she just ignored it. Then she was just like, they stayed on her desk. She didn't, like, give them back passive aggressively. It's like she probably drank them. I just realized that she probably drank them. That's hilarious. But yeah, and she fucking, she just didn't like us and tried to make things hard and wanted things really specific. And I failed. And I had to do some, like, remedial English class. And the lady in there, who was really hot and nice and great teacher, she was like, you're not stupid. Like, you shouldn't be here. You're very good at this. I don't know why you're here. And I told her that, and she was like, that's messed up. And I've always regretted, I should have went to that teacher and been like, hey, like, I love reading and shit. English is the only class I really like, because there's, like, fantasy involved, and it's entertaining. And I like writing. I like to write my own things. It's fun. There's no way I should be failing this class, and I'm only failing because of you, and that means you're not doing your job, and you're a bad teacher. And I wish I had said that to this day. Because it's true. It's true. Man, I gotta fucking figure something out with this. Because I didn't plan. And I'm looking at, I did 40 minutes. It's been fucking 40 minutes of this shit. I hope it was funny. I fucking, you know. But that's how we do it here, man. You know. I be hanging out. There was one more movie, too. Like those Japanese movies I was talking about. Oh, man. If anyone hears this, imagine the podcast goes somewhere and then years from now somebody hears this and they know what I'm talking about. There was one movie, I don't know if it was the same company, but I feel like it was. It's like Karate, Robo ZABORGER, Mutant Girl Squad. I think they're all under the same, like, parent company maybe. Or there is a company that makes movies like that. And I remember their logos, big like gold logo. And it starts off and it's like this really old style, like fucking samurai era, whatever you call that, Japan. And it's a bay. There's like a bay with ships and these beautiful ships, traditional old school Asian type ships. And these people come in and there's a hero and he tries to get a girl, and I know this is so vague, but I'm just gonna try to remember everything I can about it. And it ends up in this crazy coliseum fighting this guy, and it was funny, and it was fucking action. That movie fucking ruled, and I can't remember what it was. I wish I could be more specific, but man, that movie was tight. And yeah, that's what I've been doing, remembering movies. Maybe I'll watch one. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I gotta get a job at some point. I've been in and out of jobs. We'll see what's going on. I'm doing fine, but definitely a big change of my life this pandemic has been. I'm sure for a lot of you out there, I'm spinning it kind of in a positive way. I've been having fun, been doing stuff that I normally wouldn't. I hope that whatever this shit show has thrown at you, that you've been able to sort of do the same, at least in some aspects. And I don't know, could you hear that? That was my stomach. I didn't eat today, but yeah. So this is the podcast, Dissecting the Deep. Every Wednesday, you'll have a new episode. If you listen and you're like a night person, it might be up Tuesday night. I say Wednesday to give myself the buffer. The video will automatically upload Wednesday midnight, so 12 a.m. Wednesday Eastern time, so whatever my time, I don't know, New York time. I'm from Massachusetts, but you know, whatever. And that'll be going on. I got a new song. I'm gonna play that at the end of this if you want to hear it. It's not a funny song. I think I've put joke songs at the bottom of my podcast, like in the past. I'm just gonna put the new one because it's new and it's mine, and I'm not gonna sue myself for putting it on the thing. But yeah, and all my links will be in the description of the YouTube video. My Instagram and everything, Twitter is at Johnny Kane Santos, JonnyKaneSantos. That's me. That was like a little cheerleader thing. Remember my name? I don't know. JonnyKaneSantos. Follow me on Twitter. I have 10 followers. I don't fucking have anyone following me on anything. My Instagram is fucking bullshit. No one knows who I am. Fucking who cares? Gonna podcast anyway. My YouTube has a bunch of funny little videos. We're trying to be funny, but and I'm working on more. That's the thing that it's been a little harder because I want to do it right. But the podcast will be here every week. Music will come out sporadically if you're into my music at all. And I'm just going to keep making stuff because it's fun. And I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, that's about it. I'll start doing I don't ever want this to be too scripted or anything, but I want to have segments. I think porn comments is a good one. I might even read like some reviews of my local Walmart. So, you know, all that and more in the future of Dissecting the Deep. So this has been Johnny Cane Santos with DTDPOD signing off. And remember, once again, life is a waterfall. You suck on the dick and you turn around and suck on the balls. Yeah, System of a Down had new songs. Those are good. They're both good. Second one's better, I think. The first one was the single. System of a Down rules. This song is called Capable of Murder by the Daytime Cemetery Replay, my new project. Hope you like it. See you next time. Rock and roll. Bye.
Take murder at this point. I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point. One of your white male heroes screaming incel anthems corners a child after the show. He didn't ask their permission, just slapped his hands on him, and he claims he didn't know. He said that I'm an asshole 'cause I tell the truth. Donald Trump's a racist, Joe Biden too. And you. I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point. I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point. What should I do? What point of view? What's really true? I don't like you. What should I do? What point of view? What's really true? I don't like you. I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point. I think I'm capable, fucking capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point. I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable, I think I'm capable of murder at this point.